Hello there guys and welcome, it is Niran here and today it's time for me to bring you yet another episode of Leicester City Career Mode. Just a quick thank you guys for the amount of support that you showed on the first episode of the Wigan Road to Glory. Over 100 likes in like the first 4 hours or something and 1,000 views in like 10 or something, which is absolutely mad. So thank you guys so much for that. That series will be continuing again obviously and hopefully coming in the next 2 days again, or the next few days certainly. Anyway, getting back to this series, and recently I've asked you guys some questions and I haven't actually given you the answers to them. In terms of what you voted for. A moment ago you'll have seen that you guys actually decided that I should play every game until the end of the season, so we won't be simming any of the BPL games in this episode, so we will be playing Crystal Palace, sandwiched in between two semi-final legs against Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League, the first of which you are about to see now. As you can see, fatigue did hit us slightly, so no Kante. There's no Herman and there's also no Ben Yedder in this side, and obviously Vardy is injured at the moment, but it was Bayer Leverkusen who was actually going to get the first chance of the game there. A bad throw, well actually not a pretty good throw out, but Kevin Wimmer decided to intercept the pass there from Kasper Schmeichel. We do get away with it though, but into the 34th minute, this is a big game obviously. This decides whether we get into the final of the Champions League, and Pione Sisto is making an incredible run. He finds Maxi Arnold, who then pokes it through for Luka Zahovic, who scores, rifles the ball into the top corner, and we lead in the first leg here at the Waldstadion away from home against Bayer Leverkusen in this first leg of the Champions League semi-final. If we win, we are in the final of the Champions League in our first ever attempt, but Bayer are going forward straight away. We've obviously just scored, but they are on the attack, and you are at your most vulnerable when you've just scored, but surely that is down to luck alone. Stefan Kiesling gets on the end of a blocked shot from Levin Öztunali, and he heads it off the post, and it bounces off the back of Kasper Schmeichel. Can we get any more unlucky than that? Well, surely we can by the looks of things, because Bruno Perez, with an incredible strike, hits the crossbar, and somehow we're not leading this game into the second half. Pione Sisto's clean through, and he hits both posts. Is this actually for real? Is this game actually for real? We've hit the post twice in one shot, hit the crossbar with Perez, and their goal bounced off our goalkeeper after hitting the woodwork. It's just rubbing salt in the wounds, and it happens again because Maxi Arnold hits the post, and just to rub salt in the wounds even more, it actually bounces off Bernd Leno and doesn't go in. So almost the same thing as what happened to us, but somehow, after all the chances we've spurned rather unluckily, Bayer Leverkusen there with a shocking shot from Aranguiz. I have no idea how you pronounce his name, but he blazed it over the bar. But just to add to the bad luck in this game so far, right, flipping Christoph Kramer has just tried a scissor kick, and Kulu's tried to block him, and the referee's just given a penalty with 3 minutes of the game to go for Bayer Leverkusen to now get the chance to take the lead in this first leg. We have scored an away goal, but they have scored one more than us at home, of course, obviously. We've got the away goal, but they now lead 2-1 here in this first leg. And this is not fun anymore. This has not been an enjoyable game. We've hit the woodwork 4 times, twice in one shot from Pione Sisto. They've hit the woodwork, and it's hit our goalie and gone in, and then they've got a jammy penalty, and they're going forward again straight after their second goal, and we have collapsed. We've capitulated because Chicharito, or Javier Hernandez, as you may know him, he's signed from Man United in real life, and he has made it 3-1 to Bayer Leverkusen, and we have crumbled in the last 5 minutes. We've seen all the luck go against us, and it's got to us psychologically at the end of the match, and we lose 3-1 to Bayer Leverkusen in the first leg of the Champions League semi-final. Obviously, it's the first leg, we're not out, but it's going to be an incredibly difficult job going into the game at the King Power Stadium at the end of the episode. One positive, though, is we did get that away goal, which means we only need to win 2-0, or win by 2 goals without reply, and we'll go through to the final. So that makes our job slightly easier, but a very, very unlucky first leg of this tie. Nevertheless, moving on though from that disappointment, it's time to get into training, and in the description there will be yet another straw poll for you guys to decide who should be trained in the next month, which is May, obviously the last month of the Premier League season, of our domestic campaign, obviously our European campaign as well, and you guys can directly vote in the straw poll in the description as to who gets trained. In the background, you saw Riyad Mahrez, Marcus Karlgren and Daniel Amati being trained for the month of April there in 2 installments during this episode. Nevertheless, it's now time to get into the second game of today's episode, and it's the 1 BPL game in today's episode against Crystal Palace. We are the top scoring team in the league at the moment, but we are without our top scorer himself, Jamie Vardy. He is in fact injured, so Ben Yedder is into the side to replace Mbolo. Herman's back in, but Mahrez is out because he's fatigued. Also no Masuaku, he's replaced by Jeffrey Schlupp. And just after 2 minutes, Bernard here, the Crystal Palace midfielder, who tore us a new one last season in the exact same fixture last year, was clean through on goal, but an amazing bit of defending from Kevin Wimmer. We've now missed the opportunity to go ahead ourselves. Danny Drinkwater, who scored some fantastic goals in recent episodes, putting wide a very, very easy strike. But at least we're still in it after that amazing defending from Wimmer in the first half. But now into the second half, and Briel Donald Mbolo has made it 1-0 here away from home at Selhurst Park. Mbolo cutting inside. There's no Vardy in this side, but Mbolo is still in fantastic form, and he has scored again. He puts it straight into the top corner, and now the challenge is on Wissam Ben Yedder to do the same and try and get a goal as well. But we need to keep our concentration, and Perez has given the ball away. Wimmer is our last hope, and again he comes in with a fantastic block. Kevin Wimmer, the Australian man mountain, there is absolutely on fire in this game. Nevertheless, Okazaki going up the other end has won the ball off Pape Suarez, and he's been brought down by Yannick Bolasie, who gets a yellow card for the challenge on the 70-minute mark. Ben Yedder will pick himself up, he'll dust himself down and will stand over the free kick. Can he get it over the wall? Yes he can, and he gets it just tucked into the bottom corner to make it 2-0. We double our lead here at Selhurst Park. I think it was Alex McCarthy in the Crystal Palace goal. He gets a hand on it, but he can only palm it into the side netting inside the goal, and it is a pinpoint accurate free kick from Wissam Ben Yedder. And after Sisto scored a free kick that in the end meant nothing last episode, we now have the opportunity to win the game thanks to one this time round. And into injury time, Palace are bursting forward. Ben Chilwell off the bench. The young left back is clean through on goal, but it's a lovely save with the feet from Alex McCarthy to deny us our third goal of the game, and to deny us an even more comfortable victory than what we got in the end. We do win the game 2-0 as Wilfred Zaha heads over the bar with the last well, I was going to say last kick of the match, but he used his head. So the last touch of the match, it goes over the bar. Wissam Ben Yedder gets man of the match. Good ratings as well for Mbolo, Sisto, Perez, and the whole back four, namely Kevin Wimmer, who was absolutely fantastic in that game. Just brilliant, like 2 massive blocks that he made in the second minute, because Bernard, I could see it, Bernard was trying the sweaty. He was going to try and pass it across the box. Wimmer blocks it, goes straight into the hands of Kasper Schmeichel, and then again later on after the mistake from Perez. Fantastic. I would have given him man of the match personally if it was me, but unfortunately I don't make the ratings. In the background there you've just seen our youth academy as things stand now moving into the month of May. Some very good players in there. Bishop and Rieck certainly look like the best at the moment. And the second vote that we are going to look at for today, after looking at the simming vote where you guys decided you want me to play every game, you guys have decided that from 2 episodes ago, the straw poll from 2 episodes ago, you guys want me to sell Shinji Okazaki, but actually interestingly, you don't want me to replace him because there's a lot of strikers already in the squad, so we won't be replacing Shinji Okazaki, but it looks fairly nailed on that he will be sold in the summer, which is a shame because he's done a lot for the club, and someone who's done a lot for this season is Nicholas Nkulu, and unfortunately he is injured in training, which rules him out of this Bayer Leverkusen game, but he's now also out till the final game of the season against Norwich, the same as Jamie Vardy. So now up until the finale, we're now missing Jamie Vardy and Nicholas Nkulu, so hopefully this injury run does not continue. Nevertheless, we are moving into the vital second leg of the semi-final of the Champions League against Bayer Leverkusen. We need to win 2-0 in order to go through to the Champions League final, but already after just 14 minutes, Hakan Çalhanoğlu has tested the integrity of the crossbar with that free kick, rattling it there, but thankfully we get free. Mbolo there free down the right-hand side, but a good save from Leno at his near post. Meanwhile, there's a corner into the box. It's nodded on by Zahovic. He finds Amati. Wonderful save from Leno. And Embolo tries to scoop it in, but it's blocked by Donati. And a goal-mouth scramble. The danger is averted in the end by Bayer Leverkusen. The corner is now going to come in again. But somehow we have not scored there. Into the box it comes from Riyad Mahrez. It finds Amati with an open header. It hits the crossbar and it bounces in off Leno. Would you believe it? Karma does strike, because of course this is exactly what happened in the first leg. Kasper Schmeichel had the ball bounce off the post and go in off him, and Leno's had exactly the same thing, but he's made up for it with a wonderful one-handed save from Maxi Arnold. Don't question the physics. I don't quite know how the ball sped up when it hit his palm, but it's a wonderful one-handed save. And now we're through again with Luka Zahovic, but again Bernd Leno with an amazing save. We of course only need one more goal, and the German goalkeeper is keeping Leverkusen in it at the moment at the start of the second half, and Julian Brandt is trying to get an away goal, but thankfully it's saved by Kasper Schmeichel. And now into the 66th minute, and Bayer Leverkusen have adopted the tactic of just trying to kill off our momentum. They're just passing the ball around, trying to make sure that we don't get clean through again. But into the 84th minute, we have got some momentum back. Riyad Mahrez is trying to get through the Bayer Leverkusen defence. He forces the save out of Leno, and Tarajai has his shot blocked by Donati on the follow-up with just 2 minutes of injury time to go. Tarajai stolen the ball off the defender. He's brought down by Jonathan Tah, and it is a penalty and the chance to go through to the final of the Champions League with a last-minute penalty. I'm a Liverpool fan. I've just seen this happen yesterday with Benteke against Crystal Palace, and it's happening again, this time in Leicester career mode. Riyad Mahrez will have the chance to send us to the Champions League final after Jonathan Tah brings down Shani Tarajai in the last minute of the game in the box. How are your nerves, Riyad? And he's done it. Riyad Mahrez sends us through to the Champions League final with a last-minute penalty. Can you believe the scenes? He's left Bernd Leno just standing rooted to the spot, and Riyad Mahrez is a hero once again in this series. In the most improbable of circumstances, we are through to the Champions League final. You've got to wonder what on earth the Bayer Leverkusen defenders were doing, but beyond that point, we are through. Mahrez with an 8.2, 7.7 for Amati, good rating for our goalkeeper Schmeichel as well, as he keeps a clean sheet, and we do enough. We do exactly what we set out to do. We win the game 2-0 thanks to that penalty from Riyad Mahrez, but we've obviously got to remember the technical Leno own goal, but it was forced into happening by that wonderful header from Amati off the crossbar. And what a Champions League tie that was. Twists and turns through both legs. Just absolutely astonishing scenes. And in the most incredible of circumstances, we are through to the Champions League final. And we're top of the BPL as well. It can't really get much better than this at the moment. But we have to keep our concentration. There's only 3 games left of the BPL season. There's the Champions League final. We have got to... we can do the double. We can do the domestic and European double here by winning the Barclays Premier League and by winning the Champions League. Would that not be amazing in only the second season of Leicester City career mode? It could even happen in real life the way things are going. But nevertheless, if you have enjoyed today's episode of Leicester career mode, I'm losing my voice, but what an episode that was with that last minute drama from Riyad Mahrez. If you did enjoy it though, feel free to hit the likes button, subscribe if you're new around here as well, and comment about enjoying the video if you enjoyed it that much. Don't forget to vote on which players you would like me to train, and once again, thank you guys so much for 12,500 subscribers, and also for the support on the first episode of my new Wigan Athletic Road to Glory. If you haven't seen that, a link to it will be in the description. But nevertheless, it has been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
No, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me.